Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to what will most likely be my final unboxing for 2019. I can't believe it, but I did get a IPSY bag for December, and I think after all the pomp and circumstance that I threw out there, that this has made the decision easier for me as far as like sticking with BoxyCharm or IPSY. And I think if you look at the BoxyCharm unboxing versus this one, you'll get why. But I'm going to be straight up honest with you in the fact that I like got the IPSY bag. I opened it, I went through it, I was like, and I like got rid of the packaging, the little cheat postcard, all of that stuff. I do remember looking at it and thinking that what they said they sent me seemed high dollar-wise compared to what I was actually holding in my hand. Although I'm such a bad judge of cost of things, so I'm not going to hold that against them. But I do think this one made the choice for me. So let's just get right into it. This is the cosmetic bag that came this month, and it honestly, like when I first saw it, reminds me of aluminum foil. And it's just very, for the holidays, I get it. I would have liked to have seen something like, maybe sequined or I don't know, something like that. The other thing that's kind of throwing me with IPSY is that I probably have a good 10 to 12 of these bags now. And they do come in handy for like throwing into your bag or something like that just very quickly. But there's only so many that you can use, and it seems like a waste to switch them out every week or whatever. Those aren't the type of things that like women's shelters want as donations, although I'm sure they would take them, but they're more looking for like useful, hygienic and items like that. I've thought about putting together like maybe little back to school kits for the girls in my small group at church or something like that, but they won't hold a ruler. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's also like a very individual taste. Like we got one that was leopard printed, and we got one that was just a very pretty pastel pink. And I know which one of those I would prefer, but what about another young lady, So I don't know. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with those yet, but it feels like I'm collecting those and I'm not finding a good purpose for them. And there's really no other people in my life I can pass them along to because they're saturated with them as well. With that said, let me go ahead and get right on into it. The first thing that we have is this coconut oil and cranberry silky body butter, which I did have the lemon and coconut oil, one of these. Yeah. And I carried it around and I loved it. I actually just used like the last little hands worth of that, and I loved it a lot. So, and it's actually a really good size to go into your purse, and it's not like a little small tube, and so you can actually find it in your purse. So that works out really well. The next thing is exfoliating turmeric polish, and this is a facial scrub. And I'll tell you what, when I opened this the first time and I smelled it, let's see here, yeah, it smells like turmeric. It smells like very earthy, and there's a lot of spices in there, and for some reason it makes me feel like it's gonna scrub my skin, even though it's not that gritty, it's not that raw, but it makes me feel like it's gonna make my skin tingle, which could be a good thing, right? You're always looking for that to happen, but it makes me a little nervous, so I might try it like either today or tomorrow, one of those days I don't have to go to work, in case I have a reaction to it, because that would be bad, bad, bad. So we also have the Phase Zero Banana Beige Pressed Eyeshadow. And the last Phase Zero one that we got, I believe, was like a purple. And I remember I wasn't impressed with the color at all in the pan. And then I tried it, and I actually really, really liked it. It blended out really well, and it was a good color for me. So I threw it in my actual bag for under the sink and things like that, but it's not like my go-to everyday color or anything like that. That's interesting. Okay. I'm not sure what part of that is banana. It definitely looks more like a setting powder or something like that. Let's see here. Okay, so it's really, really, really shimmery. Just that little swatch right there onto my finger. This is eyeshadow, right? And that literally you can see nothing. Isn't that fun? So I'm guessing, I don't know. Just probably not my jam, not my thing, not my groove, whatever. It's a little disappointing. The next thing we have is the Tarte. And I remember when I opened this the first time, this is a contour bronzer, however you want to use it. Remember thinking, wow, this feels even lower quality than the stuff you get out of the gumball machine. Very minimalistic packaging, just Tarte across it, which is fine. I love Tarte products. They work well for me. But this almost seems like a cop-out. I mean, there's not even like a little cheapy mirror or anything like that. It's just really looks like an owl. Kind of difficult to even like tell which one is the pan and which one is the product and all that, or so. And when I tried it, it feels gritty. It doesn't feel like the normal Tarte, like silky soft kind of like, you know, and you can't even really see it, which is fine for a contour because you don't want to like one swipe and go oh, and all of a sudden having to be blend out and whatnot. But yeah, just not my favorite of their products that I've received. So there's that. And then finally, the last thing is this really cute packaging. I'm on board with this packaging. It's called Pore Primer, and then you open it, ta-da, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So I mean, it's adorable. Don't lie, it's adorable. But I feel like 3 or 4 uses and this is going to be done. Which, you know, basically is what you use IPSY for anyway, is to find out if you like a product. But there's no smell to it, which is good. But yeah, so there's that. Overall, I was kind of disappointed with the lack of like makeup items. The eyeshadow is not something I'll ever use. And the contour, I might throw it in my bag and use it, but other than that, it was all face products and cleaners and things like that. And just overall, it made it so I think my decision has been made. I know what they do when you try to call and cancel. They give you another month or try to give you a bunch of discounts and things like that. We'll see, but this was not my favorite of their bags. Both product-wise and cosmetic bag-wise, it just didn't floor me, didn't blow me away. So that said, I just want to remind you guys to please be kind to one another always. And I do plan on putting up a video in the next couple days about like the last year overview, and I have chosen a new word of the year for 2020 and just goofy things like that, like I usually do. Yeah, super fun. I know you're looking forward to it. That's it. See you later. Bye-bye.